Playing at your best, then you will get left. If it don't involve money, then I don't accept. If it don't involve money, then I don't accept.
Here we go. It's the Behind the Counter podcast live on a Monday. We are making up for our missed episode last week, so we got double the content for you here. Double for the same price of one. So we are live here at the Insane Games TV studios with our special guest, Dr. Wiley's in the house. We got Dave and Mike. How you guys doing? Busy weekend here at the store. We'll go over that in a little bit. And of course, you see all the Auntie Anne stuff here on the table. We are doing a taste challenge presented by the Auntie Anne's here in the Wilton Mall, so make sure you check them out. It's going to be the turkey cheddar versus the bacon cheddar. We'll get into that in a second. Gentlemen, how was the weekend? How was the week? We weren't here last week because of the snowstorm. We all doing good?
I've been doing great. Just been playing the same games I've been playing, a little Halo, Call of Duty.
Dream Team been hitting up the Halo pretty hard the last couple of weeks.
You mean winning the Halo pretty hard?
With special guest Johnny.
Yeah,
He's been hopping in there with you guys.
He stinks.
We don't
just
talk
kidding.
about.
Just kidding.
We don't talk about how
He's causing
his
trouble.
Halo skills. But Dave, you having a good weekend? Good week?
Always good. Had a lot of fun doing the exact opposite of the Dream Team in Warzone, which was not winning.
Not too bad, dude.
Dave clarified it. We were gonna go play the other day. I won't go over the I won't go over the backstabs. Maybe a little bit about how we were supposed to play last week. But it was confirmed that you can do the Alcatraz Island on...
It's called Rebirth Island instead of Alcatraz Island. But because they don't say the words Alcatraz on that game mode, it makes sense you wouldn't know what Rebirth Island is.
But do they call it the same for the mobile?
Mobile, maybe.
Or is it, I think they call it Alcatraz on the mobile.
They might.
Because when we looked it up, it was actually labeled the map, but it was labeled PC only. Or it was mobile only. So maybe they name it for that. I don't know. Either way, I have a desire to play the island mode, and that's about it. I've played enough of the regular style, but
the boys are gonna have to hop back in soon.
And then Brothers in Arms was playing Friday. They're doing the zombies on a skiing map, and that looked pretty sick as well. There was like an entire skiing resort, and they're going down the hill. And the zombies are coming up the hill, and they go into the lodge, and I was like, that's a pretty nice.
I was watching them dunk people.
Yeah, that looked pretty fun. The whole
so yes, it is a full map in the mobile game. That isn't like it's not a seasonal thing for mobile.
Oh, okay.
It's a year-round thing, but for us playing on console,
seasonal.
It's probably going to rotate out.
Oh, all right. We'll have to get on that and try it. And it's trio, so what better? I mean, that's the mode we wanted to play. But, all right, so we're going to jump in here. We got a lot of stuff to go over here. But first, we're going to go into the Auntie Anne's Taste Challenge. All four of us here got a package hand-delivered from the Auntie Anne's here in the Wilton Mall. And they went through, and they had everything personalized for each one of us, with everything separated for all the right reasons, so perfect, ready to go. So we appreciate them. And by the way, if you go to the Auntie Anne's in the Wilton Mall and you mention this contest here on the Instant Games TV, you get 10% off your order right here at the Auntie Anne's. They are open 12 to 7 daily, I believe. Yes, daily. I think Sunday they may have maybe 11 to
12
6.
to 6.
Oh, it's 12 to 6 Sunday. So this is a new product that they have now. So it's the bacon cheddar. Oh, gentlemen.
Yes.
Put your hats on.
Oh,
of course. Hopefully I don't break it.
Ah.
Oh, yeah. How do I look?
How do you look? How do I look?
You look like a sailor, man.
You know what? I think
sailor.
I think Insane Games needs these. I think we need to get these for us to wear.
But so okay, so let's get these out. So they
So I don't know about you guys, but when I order food, like especially when I'm on the go, I love the fact that in the bag, in these little sleeves, and there's napkins. Like,
Oh,
so
look at
already, if I go in my car and I sit and I'm going to start eating, I don't have to worry about greasy hands and fingerprints. Like, this is amazing.
I must say, my hat fits on perfectly. Maybe I have a small head.
Makes you look very young with that.
Ah, Sailor. All right, so should we try which one? Okay, so I mean, obviously we are familiar with the Auntie Anne's here in the Wilton Mall. I mean, I get a soda there every day, and great people there. They used to do like I used to go in and get the. Remember, used to get the extra burnt pretzels.
Yeah.
And they would hand make those. So great service over there at the Auntie Anne's here in the Wilton Mall. So we're glad they wanted to do this with us here. But this is something new. I think it's been out for maybe a month now.
Yes.
I think it's been out. It's been out just a little bit before we started doing it.
They offered the promotion to us, and then literally it snowed every single Monday.
All right. So do we want to do a certain one first, or do you just want to randomly just eat them and we'll see?
Just try. I think just try them and taste them and see which one we like more, and come in. For those of you at home who don't know, Steve, Mike, Dan, and I have all been in each other's bubble. We work in the store together. We all do get tested. We individually do all the COVID protocols here through the Wilton Mall and through the state of New York. So if you see us unmasked and we're eating near each other, because we're around a lot. Dan has to put up with a lot of Dave and Steve.
Which one did you bite first?
I think I got the turkey cheddar. I'll tell you right now, I like the cheddar. You can really taste the cheddar cheese in there. It's very good.
I had the turkey one I bit first. Very good.
Very good here. Where you going?
I need a fresh palate before I bite the other one for a true time.
Mike, don't you know that Auntie Anne's also has a wide variety of beverages, lemonade, frozen drinks,
Very
and any
delicious.
Coke product?
I love the blue lemonade.
So while we're sitting here taste testing, Steve and I had a great day yesterday. We were able to celebrate the return of the number 24 car to Victory Lane.
Oh?
It was quite a big ordeal. Obviously, I think it's a bigger argument down the road of who's truly a bigger Jeff Gordon fan. I know Steve's a very big Jeff Gordon fan. I'm a huge Jeff Gordon fan. But I don't think we've ever clarified. That's a big debate for down the road.
Camera slowly pans to the homage due Jeff Gordon behind Dan's set.
I mean, to be fair, I haven't been alive through the entirety of the 90s, so...
Are you
Dan
saying
has
I'm
that over
old?
me. No,
Are you saying I'm old?
He's saying you're old.
In a nice way.
But yeah, so we were able to celebrate Will and Byron in Victory Lane yesterday. That was a pretty big, with the NASCAR, that's a big relief to get a win this early in the season. So it was great to see the number 24 car back in Victory Lane.
And speaking of Victory Lane, by the way, we talked about a little bit last Behind the Counter, but we have to put that segment to bed, Mike.
What's the segment?
The When is Danny NASCAR coming back? Because now it's here.
It's officially
And
done.
by God.
It's in full gear.
Right, straight up until we have to start heckling Dan for more when.
I like them.
I said we'll put it on hold for now.
Gentlemen,
They're both
thoughts?
really good.
The turkey one's delicious. I would say I wanted to sample both of them at the same time, but
That's what I want to
couldn't
do really badly.
couldn't stop eating the turkey one,
Maybe
so it's
one
gone
bite
now.
I wouldn't say my favorite, but I really like I like the flavor of the cheddar. I like that. I mean, to me, even if it was a roll with just cheddar, I think that would be. I love the cheddar. The cheddar is really it's a strong taste in both of them. I like it.
So the camera's also not catching the steam coming off the product because, my God, these are fresh. They're delicious.
Very good. And they even supplied us napkins. How perfect can they possibly be?
Free dinner. You can't beat that.
All right.
Oh God.
So,
Almost ate some of the wrapper.
all right. So we got.
Can't help it.
So we have. So the two flavors were turkey and cheddar, bacon and cheddar. Who wants to go first with their favorite? You want me to go first?
I'll go first. I like the bacon one more.
Do you?
I saved the bacon for the last bite for my palate.
All right. So Mike's going bacon over turkey. Steve, what do you like? Is your mouth full? Dave, what do you like?
So I normally am a bacon person. Put bacon on everything, have it with it. But I'm not gonna lie, Auntie Anne's, you have made me a fan of hot turkey, and not like Thanksgiving. Like that turkey and cheddar. Oh God,
Steve?
Well, sometimes like the cheese, the turkey one, had that a little bit more oomph than the bacon one.
Really? You going turkey?
And can we also note that all of us did this without put the trash in the bag. Suddenly, if you're in the car or something, you don't have to put it on the floor.
Classic move.
I'm going turkey.
I was ruled out.
I like the turkey. I think the turkey. I don't know what it is. I thought the turkey cheddar one was pretty good. That's my favorite. So once again, so it's been settled, at least between us here at the behind the counter set, that either one is good. But it seems like turkey is grabbing the top spot between the turkey and bacon here. Again, a special thanks to the Auntie Anne's and the Wilton Mall here. Jen, Cody, Alec, everyone there. And we appreciate them lending some support for us here at Instant Games TV. So again, we appreciate it. Great products, great setup. They brought it down. It was ready to go for us. So again, thank you guys for helping us out, and we're glad we're able to do it in partnership with them. And make sure you check them out here in the Wilton Mall. And again, let them know of this segment here at Instant Game TV because you get 10% off your food order at Auntie Anne's. And it's to go. And you can do, I don't know, they do DoorDash. They do, what are the other ones?
DoorDash and Melio definitely deliver. So if you don't come to the mall, you can safely have delicious pretzels at home.
And their DoorDash is going when I'm over there, so their orders are going out. So
we didn't sample any of the dipping sauces, but I highly recommend the spicy cheese. That's
I didn't even realize those were there.
Brandon and them always recommend that one, and I love it.
All right, so perfect. Auntie Anne's, thank you very much here in the Wilton Mall. Great segment and a great taste test on that as well. All right, so moving on. Like I mentioned before, busy weekend here at the store. We had sales all day, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and we're getting a lot of stares with our hats on. It only makes me want to keep it on longer. So, so busy day here at the store, and I think she was looking for me. Mike, you and I experienced this Friday night that was, I mean, we've been doing this a long time, right?
No.
Do you think Friday was normal? Have we ever experienced anything like that before?
It was very bizarre.
So
but good.
I'm not gonna go over specific numbers, but we were at we came into Friday and we were at like this number. Okay, this was 0.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, it started out Friday, it was busy. We held, and then we closed at 7, right? So now it's like 5:30. We're maybe like right about here. Remember, 0 is like right here. Okay, and all of a sudden, like an hour and a half, we went from here to like boom. Like it was just like I don't know what happened, but we had like 6 people come in, and all dropped multiple hundreds of dollars in like. It was just like, what just happened? And then the one guy, you want to go over the one guy? You and I were both like...
Oh, that guy was interesting. We
Quite a character.
Like, he bought one system and like 10 games to go with it. And then he looked in the case and he's like, oh, I didn't know you had those.
The Retro
too.
Duo.
No.
So the NES Super Nintendo combo system with a bunch of NES.
And it does HDMI. Like
Very wet system. But he saw that we had 360s in the cases as well. And he's like, oh, I didn't know he had those. And he goes and he buys like, he goes and picks up like 10 games off the wall. And me and Dan were thinking he's going to do like a swap for the retro system for a 360. And we're getting annoyed. And he's like, oh no, I want them both. And he's just, so we ended up buying like 20 total games, 2 systems.
But we thought he was going to return it.
Yeah,
like, we thought like, and we all know in the retail world, when someone buys something and you run through the credit card and all that, and all of a sudden you see something different, there's a process. If like all of a sudden it wants it, you got to like, in most cases, because it's just the way it happens, all this, they end up getting something less than what they paid for. So it's like, so we have to owe them money back, and then there's a whole return on the credit card, blah, 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 and it's just always like, it's a mess. But so Mike and I are both sitting there kind of like, is he gonna return everything? And we gotta return everything and flip flopping around. Then so he comes up with everything, and Mike is like, okay, so you just want to return it? He goes, no. And I kind of looked at Mike and I was like, is he buying both of them? And there's a complete turnaround of events. Like all of a sudden he wanted the 360 with 10 games on top of getting the retro or the twin system with all the games over there. And it's just like that guy can be playing video games for a couple weeks now because that's an awful lot of systems and games to play for. But yeah, no. So we had a crazy Friday, and then like 2 more guys came in with 360s, and one guy bought like every Halo and Assassin's Creed, and
Yeah, people were buying like games in stacks on that day. Not just one at a time, like 5 or 10.
It was beyond crazy. Shady Tim, where are the hats from? Auntie Anne's here in the Wilton Mall. If we didn't already answer that, but yep. So Auntie Anne's, BK, Mark, welcome to the stream. But Mark, what do you think of the NASCAR race yesterday? It was a good one. We're celebrating here in the set. But and then another thing too, the trade-in. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but for a long time, people have wanted the musical stuff, guitars, Guitar Hero games, drums,
The microphone.
And I don't know, like if all of a sudden like the skies opened up or something, but like music stuff is getting traded in left and right now. We have 2 different set of drums out there now. 4 guitars got traded in yesterday. I saw another guitar got traded in the day
3
before.
guitars.
What?
3 guitars.
3 guitars. Mike smashed one earlier. It didn't meet the qualifications to hit the sales floor, so it got smashed. But maybe we'll clip that and put it on Instagram. So we now all of a sudden we have all these musical stuff in there, and I tell you now, they're getting priced pretty high. Like that stuff is like hot. People are looking for it.
I mean, think of the people that come in with just the neck of the guitar. They're like, I can get $50 for this online. It's like, no, you can't. But
Just the neck.
And the one guy traded in the one game, and we didn't have a dongle for it. And then Mike pulled out a magic trick and opened the drawer, and there was a dongle inside the drawer. That's probably been in there for like 5 years.
The hidden secrets and gems. I was like, yeah. It's like this big.
But so nonetheless, a crazy weekend here. You know, we're not complaining, but you know, with everything going on, we already passed what would have been the RV show here in the mall. That would have been last week, and that's normally the biggest week of the year. Not the year, but like of the early
non-holiday seasons.
Yeah. you take, you know, outside of December, that week of February vacation, it's normally one of our prime weeks, and this week we just, and it's funny because we're selling stuff like crazy. Like I walk in there and I'm like, boy, we're running out of stuff. Like people are buying games, and you know, and you know, with us, when you manage a video game store, you got to manage what's coming in and what's going out. Right now, stuff's going out, and what's coming in is down here, and it's just like, and yeah, I keep seeing the sales getting higher and higher and higher, and I'm just like, these games are getting pulled out of somewhere, and I don't know where they're coming from, but I'll take it. But
put it to the test. Bring your collections in. See what you find out that everybody else has found out. We offer fair trades on our prices, and you will never get sticker shocked when you see what we're selling it from based upon what we give to you. When you sell it to us, not gonna happen.
Exactly. Mark says blueberry spice. If you're asking about the candle type, I'm gonna take it that's a no. It is not blueberry spice.
Good, I remembered that.
But yeah, so like I said, you know, I think it was a great weekend. Had a lot of fun. I think we gotta start going around next week or two and start doing a lot of the price checks, and you know, the classic dilemma: does the game go down or is it going up? Like what game are we playing with the games? Like we got to start going through and figuring out
our 10 copies of Madden 2005 on the PlayStation 2. Stock's going down.
You know, I don't know about, we are selling. I don't know if you guys have noticed. I've noticed a lot of sports games getting bought. I don't know if it's because like, oh, I can go in there and spend $2.99 on it. Like we are selling a lot of like PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. We sell a lot of, like, I don't even think we have any for Xbox One. Very little if we have any sports games there. PlayStation 4, we tend to get more of them for some strange reason. I don't know why. But, like, when you look at, like, well, PlayStation 3 is a bad example. We look at, like 360, and you look at original Xbox, even PlayStation 2, there's not a lot of sports games over there. We sell a lot of them. A lot of people like them. I mean,
It was a skew.
But nonetheless, so that's been a great weekend and different stuff like that. Store business, do some store business stuff. Now, maybe this needs to be an open panel discussion, but I think we need to have a repair guy here at the store. I think we need to bring in a repair department. But Mike, to be fair, Mike, you said you get stressed with it.
Because I don't like taking on new projects and getting paid for it. It seems a little risky. But things that I've done, I do feel comfortable doing. So we could have like a little book of stuff that I have done, maybe, or maybe
Well, you got to create a process. Like you got to create like, because we're getting more and more people in here asking about repairs.
Yeah.
Like literally every day, there are people coming in here and asking, "Do you repair this? Do you repair that?" And I'm now kind of starting to open the door a little bit, where I say, "Well, what are you looking for?" Because I kind of like, okay, this guy's looking for an NES, maybe that's a mic thing, and I'm kind of and like, oh, I got this. I go, no, I'm way off the record. That's not gonna happen. Or like, oh yeah, bring it in. We can take a look at it and see. I mean, I'm just gonna tell people to bring him in, and we take a look at him, and if it's something you think you can fix.
Don't be piling me up with
But
stuff.
that's where we are. Like, what are we accepting? What are we not
I
accepting?
think you know exactly the stuff I can fix or not.
PlayStation 4s?
I don't think so, not yet.
Xbox
Depends
One-
what's wrong with that. That's a whole nother thing. If someone just brings me something and says it's broken, I mean, do they know what's wrong with it themselves?
So I'll
when they bring it
exchange
in?
notes with you on the one that's out there because it's almost there. I'm very proud of the fact that I've almost repaired that one, but because it
good,
was
it's getting
not
love.
reading discs when it came in, and it's reading discs now.
Lavender spice? No, I don't think there's a lavender spice.
We'll have to ask.
I don't think there is. I know there's a lavender. I don't know if there's a lavender spice. I don't even know how would that smell. Lavender with a little bit of spice? I guess.
Like
Don't
someone threw
scent
pepper
the
at you while you're going.
So I mean, I think you need to clarify it, Mike. What do you want to do with repairs?
A
Like
list of stuff I could do.
the mic repair sheet that we put behind the counter, and which I think we need a repair tech here.
And we'd have to iron out prices, my fair compensation, whatever.
Have to have a mic. Had to go
Do
into.
you see that? All of a sudden, now we're looking outside.
Want to have an exclusive contract negotiation.
That's the expression of nope.
I want this. Nope. I want this. Nope. Call in the bishop. I have to have a committee meeting about.
Could get an office.
I
though.
want
It's
an
not
office.
A
I want
committee boxing match is what.
All decisions will have to be decided on the pickleball
I guess
court.
if I would have the bishop as a support for some repairs, that would be helpful. Because he knows a lot about it, too.
I'm not reading it. Do you have chat pulled up?
I do.
Do you want to read
And
it?
I
I'm not reading
didn't want to
I
interrupt
read it
you.
last night. You
I
can
didn't-
read it this
I didn't
time.
want to interrupt you with it. However, I really like that Fatboy with the Chain has come in with the hashtag Where's the Dan emote? Where is it? I mean, really, we voted. We talked about it. We want and we will subscribe for. And then Fatboy with the Chain goes so far to see that there is no Dan emote to say exclamation point ball. And Stream Elements thusly responds with, I am a machine learning AI designed to learn and adapt to humanity's actions and thoughts. My master designed me to follow only one known law, that Dan was, is, and always will be bald. King baldity boop boopity boop, Dan is bald. Boop.
And that hat makes him look extra bald.
Not really. You can't. I think I look pretty good in the hat
I gotta
myself.
say, the
Quite
hat,
the fedora I'm wearing.
The hairline's a question mark with the hat.
Not really. You really can't even tell at all.
You don't know where it goes or where it ends.
I think though
Yeah,
the reality
sailor.
is he's fighting off the Peyton Manning. When Peyton Manning puts hats on, you see like the five head like like Dan puts a hat on and it goes. Like Shady Tim coming to Dan's defense. Dan is not bald.
I'm not bald. Is damn right. Wasn't he the one that said the 5-head comment, Shady Tim?
Shady Tim, he just has a 6 head.
It's growing.
I think I wrote that down here.
We did.
We're
We were
gonna-
gonna discuss that.
You want to bring it up?
It's
You want to
good
tell
that
the story?
Shady Tim's watching. I mean, Dan was going. Do you know us personally, Shady Tim? Dan is saying that he doesn't have a 5-head and that he thinks it's someone he knows joking with him. I was like, no, Dan, you just got a 5-head, and the guys just came in and commented.
No.
Dan's
The
like, I
art-
don't have a 5-head.
No. The argument was it was in the middle of a random stream, and Shady Tin came in and said Dan's 5-head. Like, I don't think anyone who's never seen what we've talked about here just randomly comes in and says Danny 5-head.
I think he's just being an
I
observant
think-
fellow.
I also think Shady Tim's been around a little bit longer than you're thinking.
I
with the
remember
Danny
that name.
NASCAR
I don't.
things.
And so I knew like he had to or she had to have seen at some point us doing a 5-head. You were trying to argue he'd never seen it before, and there's a whole new person, and that they just randomly said 5-head.
I think that he was just calling it as he sees it. A straight shooter, as they would say.
It sounds almost like Shady Tim does a lot of, and we're thankful for it, watching and a lot of hearing of what has been thrown out. Because I do remember specifically there was a couple of NASCAR games where a certain commentator joined, and he throws around the 5-head expression a lot.
Oh, well, which one was that? There's a few of them.
Especially on that paperclip track when somebody decided to change from racing to just doing commentary. You should ask this commentator about that particular 5-head next on Insane Games TV during the No Look podcast.
Live from Tampa, by the way. Live on location.
The home of the Super Bowl
Is
champion.
the spot a surprise?
They are going to be live at Raymond James Stadium, the home of the Super Bowl crown champions. So
Actually, exactly where the Super Bowl was played.
exactly.
as well.
So we're getting Auntie Anne's sponsored stream, and they're getting at Raymond James Stadium. So next week we're just going to be, we're going to have Eli Manning mouth breathing over there, not asking him questions, but
Fat Boy the Chain, he's wicked bald. Grow up, Tim. Mark says no, just a large forehead. Mark is always throwing in a little jab right where it counts at
I
the
love
end there.
Mark's comments.
Fat Boy Chain, one does not simply have a large forehead and not be bald. Things are getting heated in the Dan is bald debate.
what's going on,
Says-
GG?
I know a 5/6 head when I see one. Just the truth. Shady Tim.
As I said, once again, 2-0 with the chat.
But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I think the hat looks pretty good.
That's
I don't know. I don't know
Dan,
what
do you
bald
wanna-
head you're talking about.
Who has a bigger forehead? You, me, or Steve?
It's hard to tell with Steve because he's got the long hair.
Exactly.
I've never
Exactly.
seen an exact reference.
Because you don't hide your forehead. Me and Steve though bury ours under. Well, you have a mop and I have a hat.
I mean, I could just go like that.
Now
but-
face the camera so people can see.
Measure.
Dan, can you lift up the hat for a second? We'll see.
Mine's all the way up.
It's all the way up.
4.
I know. I kind of like the sailor hat. I'm a fan of it. All right, yeah. So what we were talking about before we got on the ball subject, repair. So yeah, I think we need to start doing some repairs here at the store.
Speaking
We've
to the
always
mic,
had
Steve says
some
Shady
of
Tim.
them.
Oh yeah, you might not. You might be too far away.
Just turned on the back one.
Okay.
There you go.
Perfect. So yeah, I think we need to get a repair tech in here. I think it's something we need. We got plenty of space.
I've
How
been
much
doing
space?
the Pokemon games for a while.
Steve, do you want to do the honors or should I?
What?
It's
Over.
It's over.
all right.
I'm sorry.
Steve heard his voice.
He needs a strong.
Fat Boy with the Chain insisting we continue with the bald talk. Fat Boy with the Chain really wants that Danny mode. That's the thing. That's really the.
Well, I don't know what to tell you with the baldness. I mean, it is
Can
what
we
it
get
is.
a
I mean, whoa.
raise the hat? Dan?
No. Are we seriously going to have a bald comment or a bald discussion here at Insane Game TV at the studio and not mention Johnny?
I thought that's where you were going with it.
All right. Mine may be receding, but Johnny goes, woo, all the way back, comes all the way back around.
Now,
Okay? That man is bald from one end to the back end of his forehead.
specifically,
Okay, I don't care what everyone
he
says.
has said himself, "I am bald. Don't care."
No, Dave. No. He said it once in hopes that everyone just forgets about it. Johnny likes to fly under the radar with his baldness, and his baldness is quite frankly absurd. Okay, if I may say so myself. And Mike knows it, and he's sitting there trying not to.
We did have a talk about it one day.
No, we didn't have a talk.
He's like, it just all went one day. It was absurd. There's nothing you could do.
We
about
didn't have a talk about it. It was everyone was making fun of me consistently over baldness, and I randomly threw out the big wrench in the room and said, "Oh, Johnny, what about your bald head?" And all of a sudden, everyone's like Dan just
tires
brought it up.
screeching.
I remember that. I do remember that moment because I remember exactly hearing that.
Like we were,
Everybody.
I mean, you can't have a conversation about ball and not mention Johnny. They're part of the same conversation.
How many points do you think Johnny's going to score unanswered on Dan the next time they play pickleball? Is it going to be 10 or is it going to be the full set? Is it going to be 11? Like,
I don't think you can get much worse than 11-0.
Speaking of pickleball and all that, we did come up with a new rule the other day that if you get skunked in pickleball, which is 11-0, the loser that has to go in the window for how long out in the
Was it 5 minutes?
5 minutes with a sign. So like now, like if someone loses with a skunk now, like it's 11-0, you gotta go out. You gotta go out in the window on the sales floor, out and just stand there. Whether it's like this or with a sign, the person
There's
who
a sign
wins.
that's already created out there.
Which made me think of that is the ball comment. Like, like Dan's ball, and I got to put the sign in my hand and go out there. Tom almost had it the other day, and I forgot all about it. It was like 7-0, 8-0, and I forgot all. And then I randomly got a point in, and he goes, "Oh man!" And Johnny goes, "Oh!" I was like, "Oh shit, that's right. If I had skunked, I would have to go out in the window for 5 minutes."
that would have been hilarious.
But nonetheless, we can't have a ball conversation if it doesn't include Johnny. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna. It isn't gonna be just Dan about the bald.
If we were to shave his head completely bald, which is probably the next course,
There's
of
no
action,
point in shaving. It's already
how do
bald.
you think he would look? Pretty crazy.
He would look like Walter White. I think he would really like this.
Yeah. I could see that.
You can pretty much already see it when he comes in with a haircut. He already looks bald all the way around.
He might look like a serial killer is what I was getting.
I would like it noted, your bishopness, that that Steve, of all the four of us here, have maintained absolute silence and.
And for the record, okay, the bishop doesn't need to worry about his baldness. The bishop needs to worry about his eyes and getting about 6 more pairs of glasses so he can see on the court after what happened yesterday. I'm not.
What happened yesterday?
I am not keeping my mouth quiet about this anymore about it. With him,
Well, what happened?
we were playing a match. It was Mike is like all of a sudden climbed the ranks. He used to be like 4th on the seating of pickleball players. He's like 2nd now. And yes, I said 2nd. And all of a sudden, like, so Mike and I are in a battle. And what the whole thing is, I don't mind losing in a pickleball match. What I don't like is when the matches are decided by all of a sudden Johnny's anti-biased against Dan mortality on the pickleball court. And I just get so tired of it. What was the one that happened earlier in the day?
Was it with you and Tom, or were you
No,
guys got
something
confused
happened.
with
He
the
just
score?
didn't see it. It was like a redo or something.
Oh yeah, I blocked the shot, and we gave you the point.
No,
So,
I had
you know,
to argue the point.
We gave you
so
the
the ball
point.
comes in my favor and goes out, and Mike of course, who wouldn't? Mike looks at Johnny to try to get the call question. Johnny goes, "Oh, I couldn't see it with Mike there." I'm like, "Are you serious?"
It was a
I've
question.
never
It
ever
was tough
seen
to
Mike.
say, so
No.
I looked at Johnny. I couldn't
never
see it.
ever
I couldn't
seen
tell
Mike.
myself.
I've never ever seen Johnny question or not be able to see a call before until it's in favor of Dan, and then he can't see where it lands.
You did that move before too in
Okay.
the Tom v Dan battle where you blocked the.
I did not. How dare you accuse me of that? I did not do that. Okay, but where it got really heated is we were playing pickleball as Mike and I. What was the score? Like 9-8.
I think I was mucking you up a little.
No.
worse than
It was close. It was like
It was
9-8.
probably- yeah, no, I think it was 9.
It was like 9-8. It was 8-8. Mike got a point. So Mike hits the ball, and it was on his serve, clear as day, lands in the box, which is out of bounds.
It hit tape.
Can I
man.
finish? You couldn't see any.
It
You
hit-
couldn't see shit from your
I
side
was-
of the court.
I watch
okay?
my serves every
I'm sorry.
time.
My eyes looking right down at it can
You
see
just saw
from
what
your
you
eyes
wanted
on the
to
other side of
see.
the court. So I picked the ball up like it wasn't even an argument. I picked the ball up. I knew it was out, and Johnny goes, "Oh, that was in."
Dan picks the ball up and acts like he's about to serve it, and I was just like, and I had him look at Johnny, and Johnny's just like.
Okay,
Like
in
a
a game
hit
once
line.
again, and then Mike got 2 points, game over, because I was so it was once again another game decided on by the ref.
It's
And
just-
don't try to tell me I'm not wrong.
That's just classic sports. through
You've
the
had
years,
more
my
issues with
friend.
the ref than I've had.
I've cleaned up my act a little bit.
Did you?
I was gonna say Mike used to McEnroe at Johnny.
There'd be some heat. I would have had to call it out in the court to ref.
I just said I will not question any calls anymore. I went wicked passive aggressive with the calls now, even if it's blatantly out and no one says anything. It's just whatever.
It was just absurd. I told Johnny he needs to get like 6 more pairs of glasses, or at least get his eyes checked, and go from there. And he just sat there and took my verbal beating and didn't say anything. And it was not a verbal. It was quite the verbal
He was
beating.
giving it to you as well. You guys were arguing into the points afterwards. He was letting it spill into the match. It was pretty absurd.
Well, whatever. All right, we got to move on. We got some other things to go over. What else? What else are on the sword? Steve joined us last night, Danny NASCAR. Handing out a lot of. We've been handing out a lot of die casts on the show, which has been kind of funny. 1/64 scale. We don't have a huge budget here, so we're giving out the little cars. But nonetheless, it's a great little prize to win.
Still cool.
No, it's a great little prize to win, and we got a great selection of cars, and been a lot of fun to get Danny NASCAR back going.
I was this close to winning one last night. I was in first place for like 4 laps on what was the? I can't remember the map now, but.
Was it Bristol? No, wasn't.
Yeah, I think it was Bristol.
The
Yep,
short
you're right.
track?
Yeah, I was in the first for a long. It was like 13 laps you had to do.
Oh, yeah.
And I was in. I hated it. Dropped all the way to 20.
You realize if he wins that car, all you're going to hear for the duration of the podcast in the future is as he's just sliding it back and forth. In fact, you might even hear.
I did have lots of plans for that car. Most of them ended in destruction.
I'll bring, next time I come in, Mike, I will bring you one of my cars.
For
but we
destruction?
actually,
Yes.
the driver choice last night, we're giving away a lot of the Bubba Wallace cars. The Bubba Wallace DoorDash and then the Bubba Wallace Black Lives Matter car we just got rid of. So
Was that his last car before he got the Jordan car?
it's not the Jordan car, yeah, it's the 43 car.
So it could be
a little bit outdated,
valuable.
but
It's a
nonetheless.
end of an era.
So yes, that's cool. What's in the news? We got some stuff in the news, Dave. We have Nintendo's in the news with Mario in the eShop.
Yeah, so if you haven't purchased the 3D Mario collection, the Super Mario 3D All-Stars, as well as Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon and the Blade of Light, which is the remaster of the original game put onto it, as well as Super Mario 35. Get those downloaded on your system or get the physical copies because as of March 31st, they're going to be gone. They're not going to be making them in physical. They're going to be taking them off the Nintendo eShop, and they're not coming back.
That's crazy.
So make sure you download them. They're not getting removed from, so they're still going to be supported, but if you don't have it, you're not going to be getting it new or off of Nintendo. You'll have to go to your locally owned local video game store and find them. So
There you go.
those ones, for example, they offered that with Jump Rope Challenge. It was a game that they had on there for a little while, and they said, by the way, it's going, and everyone didn't really listen, and it was gone.
It was Fire Emblem, and what was the first one?
Super Mario 3D All-Stars.
They're getting rid of that one
Yes.
already?
But that was only going to be out for a little bit. if
Yeah,
I'm not
I never
mistaken.
knew that.
They announced that was going to get a couple month window to be out, and then they were going to stop physical and digital production.
Nintendo loves doing that.
Yeah.
If you look at the Nintendo Classic and the Super Nintendo Classic, they love to throw out the retro stuff. Okay, then they're like, oh, no, we're going to pull it back, done.
I'll have
I
to
mean,
grab a hard copy of that.
And the Super Mario Game & Watch system, that little handheld, they're going to discontinue those as well.
I saw those. They
Wait,
look
what are
kinda
those? I've
interesting.
never
They
seen
have them
those.
over at Best Buy.
They're the original, they're about this big, and it's literally just the D-pad and an A and B, and inside of it, it's a homage to the old Game & Watch handhelds Nintendo used to make.
Oh, okay.
Pre the NES, but instead of actually having the Game & Watch games, it's a lot of... Steve, you have one of those. What's...
It's Mario 1, Lost Levels, and Ball.
with a Mario skin over top
Yes.
of it. So it's, for me personally, don't like it because I played the original Game & Watch systems. Sorry, as I push my glasses up. But yeah, so those are going away, and you will not see them again.
I'm sure you'll see the Game & Watch systems, though. They're very... There's a lot in there.
Everywhere.
They're like overflowing and spilling out of the display.
And then Nintendo in the news too again with the Pokemon and the
Yes.
Post, which is funny because Dave brought up Post Malone 2 weeks ago, which I've never heard of that particular artist. And now I see his name all over Yahoo. So I don't know if that, I'm starting to believe in that conspiracy when you say something out loud, they listen to it and they put it into your browser, because all of a sudden now I see Post Malone stuff all over the place.
So P25, it's 25th anniversary of the release of Pokemon in globally, but they did what's called P25 virtual concerts. Post Malone was the first one up for it. A strange combination, if you think about it. But just as what's his name did one for Fortnite, Travis Scott and Marshmello kind of started the trend of it. But 15-minute set, and he played Psycho, Circles, Congratulations, and a cover of Hootie and the Blowfish, Only Wanna Be With You. But instead, he changed it up because Post Malone, not a fan of the Miami Dolphins, so he changed the lyric to it's the Cowboys make me cry instead of the Dolphins make me cry. So it was a really nice tribute. It was really good. 15-minute concert. So what it was Digital Post Malone walked into what looked like a digital concert venue, stadium full of fans, all cheering. Started to play. The platform lifted up, and he got moved through this sprawling area full of different types of Pokemon, going underwater into a volcano. Saw Groudon, one of the legendaries, Charizard, Rapidashes, just all sorts of like various Pokemon and things like that. And just as you would think, wow, this is getting kind of old, concert ended, Post Malone was thanking, and it was over. And then they announced that Katy Perry is getting one of these treatments very soon, and they're doing more of them in the coming year. So I highly recommend checking it out. It was really...
All on the Pokemon?
Yes.
Oh.
Really visually interesting. They're calling it the P25 Concert Series. I really like it. Again, because it was 15 minutes, it was super nice. I had it up while I was helping customers, and then again, when you're like, all right, like I've kind of had enough of this, it was over. Like...
I checked out some of it. It was pretty cool looking. I liked all the artwork for the Pokemon. It was loyal.
Yeah.
But, all right, so just about it. Snoop Dogg was in the news that I heard. But he was streaming and forgot to turn his stream off.
Rage quit.
He forgot to turn
Started
it off.
getting hosed and mad, and he was down 14, and his exact words were F this, and walked away, and then 7 hours later, walked back into the room, realized it was still live, and turned it off.
Was he walking around in the middle of the 7
No,
hours?
he had it was like his bedroom or something from the video of it, but he was just not in the room. However, 7 hours of very good blues music playing in the background in another room. So, I mean, you know, good time.
All right, that's about it for us here for Behind the Counter. Special thanks to Auntie Anne's here in the Wilton Mall for the Taste Challenge earlier today and our lovely new hats. I love mine. So thank you to them. And make sure you check out the No Look podcast live from Tampa right after us. Within 5 minutes, we're going live at 6 o'clock. Tyler and Austin both live down in Tampa. So make sure you check them out. I believe Monday Night Gaming is as well down in Tampa. So the Monday nights being taken over down in Tampa for Insane Games TV.
Champion Town now.
Yeah, they are live. We're the
Nate
Tom
Bedore,
Brady and
the entirety of Tampa, Florida champions.
So, make sure you tune into them. Anything else before we close out?
I don't think so, no.
Thanks for joining, Steve.
Yeah, Dr. Wiley in the
Wiley,
house.
thanks for
Steve,
popping in.
welcome to. Thank you for coming in.
Thank
Thank you again to Auntie Anne, Tyler and Austin. No Look Podcast live in Tampa starts now. Adios.